Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing Ehlers Instantaneous Trendline indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for Tradingview down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for Tradingview. So if you don't want to create a Tradingview account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on Tradingview and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing Ehlers Instantaneous Trendline indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 193 indicators. And out of those 193 indicators, 77 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 77 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. So today's indicator is Ehlers Instantaneous Trendline V2. So I believe that is a version 2, if I'm not mistaken. You can see it on screen here. It's a relatively easy type setup going on. Let's take a look at Tradingview's backtesting feature first. So Tradingview is a great platform. Any of you who have been viewers to the channel for a while know that I prefer Tradingview over any other platform. It's a web-based platform, and so it's a browser-based platform, I guess I should say. It comes with all kinds of features and different components that really just set it apart from any other trading platform that you could use. Probably the most popular platforms out there are the MT platforms, and don't get me wrong, they work okay. I don't mind using them. I've used them before, but I do feel like they are a little heavy, a little hard to navigate, and they don't have as many features just, right at your fingertips. And so I can't remember off the top of my head if the MT platform has a bar replay function or not. But that's neither here nor there. We're taking a look at Tradingview, and so in this case, basically what you would do is, well, I actually have it pulled up here on screen. I typically already have it pulled up whenever I am starting a video. So let me go ahead and exit out of that. And this is how the normal view looks in Tradingview. We are at the current time as far as the current date as far as price action goes. And so you can see here that it is the weekend, and so price action is closed for now, but the last candle was on December 18th. And so you have basically all this price action going back here. And now you can see where I had the take profit and the pips, the take profit and the stop kind of laid out there. When I'm doing my back testing, I try not to go back too far. And I do that because I find that over time, pairs can start to trade a little bit differently. And so if you go back too far, like say I went back all the way here to the beginning of Forex, the Forex life, right? Then back here, price action is going to, in my opinion, or could trade differently than the current price action. And that's because people, didn't really know Forex very well, and Forex was really new. And so as time went on and more people got into Forex, Forex started to trade in a different manner. And so that's the first thing that you need to be mindful of when you are doing your back testing, is that the farther you go back is the less reliable that the price action is going to be when you are testing it for a current strategy or a strategy that you're working on now. And so the same is true for when you are mapping out support and resistance areas. You'll find that the most current support and resistance areas are the most valid. And as you go back farther and farther and farther, areas of support and resistance tend to kind of become invalid. And so just keep that in mind when you are looking at back testing a strategy. Now, beyond that, the back testing function is pretty straightforward. Basically, what you would do is you would go up here to where it says replay, bar replay. You would click on that and it gives you this red line. And you can drop this red line wherever you want. You can see down here, the bottom of the screen, it's giving me the date. And so that way I can, land on a particular date. In this case, I want to test 2016. So I start on December 31st of 2015. And I click right there. And now everything forward of this date becomes invisible. And you have this little panel down here at the bottom, control panel, to control the replay function. And so you have the speed in which you want the bars to replay at. And you can see that it says every 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, a half second, every 1 second. And so you can make it as fast or as slow as you wish using the little slider, the speed slider there. And then you can also jump to particular dates. But we can go back here and we can click there. And so we've went back a good ways. We're actually farther back into 2015. And so that way you can kind of see the speed function. If I play it now, this is the speed function. You can see that it runs rather slowly, just kind of ticking along. This is the next speed right here, a little bit quicker, all the way up. If I max it out, it really takes off on you. So you can play around. I usually have it up here at the 1 bar per half second. It tends to work out for me rather well. You set it to whatever you wish. You have the forward button here. So you have jump to, so that's the one where we tried to select another date and it didn't work very well for some odd reason. You can also move this around. If you just grab the 6 little dots here at the side, you can move it around on screen wherever you want it. I usually leave it in the default place that it pops up, which is right down here at the bottom. So on the other side of the jump to, we have the play button, and that's just standard play. You hit it and it plays along. If you hit forward, it will jump 1 bar at a time. And so if you're getting really close to an area that you don't want to overshoot it, so that way you are trying to be as fair as possible, then you can just jump 1 bar at a time. Oops, I hit play instead of bar jump. You can jump 1 bar at a time like so. And then there is the real time, and so you can jump to real time, and so that obviously will take you all the way back to the current price action. And then there's the X button where you can exit out of it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward other than that. You just play the bars and you look for the signal, whatever signal it is that you're looking for. And when the signal pops up, then you can pause it, you can analyze it a little bit more, and you can make a decision on whether or not you would take that trade or not. So all in all, a really cool feature, really help you out in your back testing instead of, just generally what I see with the MT platform is that people will scroll it off screen like this, and then they'll just jump one bar at a time as it comes on screen, and they'll use that as, a replay function. And I just, I feel like that's, it's a workaround. It helps, but it's not as good as just having a replay function like this. Now, again, I haven't been on MT4 in quite some time, so I don't know if they've added a replay function, a bar replay function, or not. So if not, just another great reason to jump on TradingView, set you up an account, use it for analysis of the market, and then you can trade on another platform, actually set your orders and so on, using something beyond TradingView, or you can link TradingView to a lot of the Forex brokers, and so that way you can trade right within TradingView as well. All right, so today's indicator again is the Ehlers Instantaneous Trendline. Once again, you can see it here on screen. It's a pretty simple setup. We have two lines. We have the main oscillating line, which turns red and green. Then we have kind of the, momentum line, the signal line. Not really sure exactly what you would call it. Probably a signal line, if I had to guess. Trigger line, it looks like. Trend. No, so the main line, the main oscillating line is called the trigger. The black line is called iTrend, so the trend line. Everybody calls things a little bit differently, and depending on what the indicator is, that'll kind of dictate things as well. So nonetheless, when it goes red, it paints the bars red, and we would go short. When it goes green, it paints the bars green, and we would go long. So I'm going to leave the bar color on in this case, and we will go ahead and try this out, see what we can get out of this indicator. I'm not going to worry about changing the colors, but yeah, we'll play it out and see what we can get. So our first signal we pick up over here would be a short. Looks like unfortunately we would have gotten stopped out. We did right there on that one. So first signal and a losing trade. Now we pick up the second signal right here. That one looks to have done much better. Definitely getting us to take profit. And moving on, we pick up another signal over here. This was another short. That one also getting us to take profit. So far, it's looking pretty decent. A long signal here, also getting us to take profit. Price actions come up and bounced off this area where it bounced off of last time, and that's definitely creating some resistance to the upside. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it breaks down or if it shoots up and out. It's really stalled itself right there, and it eventually gives way and starts to drop out. We get a short signal right here. That one gets us stopped out pretty quick as we pick up a long here. That also doesn't work out for us. And a short that doesn't work out for us. It's a shame. We picked up quite a few losses there pretty quickly. It's never fun when that happens. But it is definitely part of trading. Our goal is to limit these losses as much as possible. That's where adding other indicators to the system will allow us to get extra confirmation when we get a signal to go either long or short. So we pick up a long over here, short over here. Let's look at this one here. Looks like it barely got us there. It did. Barely still counts. Alright, keep playing it forward. It looks like price action is pushing up once again, right up to this area where it's bounced off a few times now. Stalling out a little bit here. Let's see what it does. And again, wasn't able to break up above. Bounces off of it. Losing trade here on a short. And price action pushed back up, right back into that zone of overhead resistance. And looks like it bounces off of it one more time. See if it's going to keep retesting it or if it's going to have a push to the downside. Winning trade there on that one. Really can't make up its mind what it wants to do. It keeps pushing down pretty hard and then coming right back up into this area. Retesting and retesting the same zone. That one there, that was a winning trade. Then we pick up a short over here. That one gets us stopped out. And a long over here, which gets us to take profit. Again, pushing up into this area. Oop, there it goes. It looks like it's finally going to attempt to break out of that area. So you can see this is one of those instances where price action comes into play. And so have this area up here where price action just keeps bouncing off of over and over and over. And so you can see it comes up, it hits it here, it rejects it, hits it here, it rejects it, hits it here and breaks up barely, probably pulling in a whole bunch of long traders, breakout traders, going long, thinking, ah, yes, it broke up, finally broke above it, and now it's going to take off. I'm going to make lots and lots of money off this trade. And then it immediately smashes back down, comes up, touches it again, rejects, comes back into this area, rejects, comes up, and is now starting to have a breakout on this side. Now, whether or not this breakout is actually going to break out and go is anybody's guess. But you can see that as we have this area of overhead resistance on the bottom side here, we have this squeeze triangle taking place. And so you can see that each time price came down, it did so, well, not each time, but more often than not, it came down, and when it did, it didn't come down quite as far. And so this is really squeezing price action tighter and tighter and tighter to shoot through the top and take off. Now, again, there's no guarantee that that's what's going to happen, but this is how you would kind of look at price action, identify zones, areas of support and resistance, whether it be on an angle or just straight across, and then you just kind of keep an eye on it to see what is going on with price action as it gets into these areas. If it is able to keep a couple green candles up above this red zone, then I would say that we might see a breakout to the upside up into this area. But if it within a couple, 3 or 4 candles, breaks itself back down below this level, I would say that it's probably going to come down and at least test this lower part of the box, if not this blue line, one more time. So let's just keep an eye on it and see what it does. Go ahead and play it forward here. There we go. Take the fill out so that way I can actually see the color of the candles there. Let's see. So there. All right, we're doing good. And there we go. So that's a good example. It came up at double topped right here, and then it pushed itself back down into this red zone that we were talking about. And so now there is a very good chance that it's going to come down and test this lower part of the box here, or it's going to come down and it's going to test this blue line here. The lower part of the box, I really didn't calculate it off of anything. I just kind of drew it kind of as a big area to give, you know, a lot of room for it. So there's not a whole lot that is, you know, stopping it once it gets to the bottom of this box. But we'll go ahead and play it out and see what it actually does. There we go. So we see that it kind of whips around a little bit, but it does eventually, funny enough, came down, tested the bottom of the box, bounced off of it, then had this really sharp candle pushing down right here, which broke down well below this blue line before rejecting it all in the same day. And so if you would have had take profit down here at the bottom of this blue line or the bottom of this area, then you would have definitely gotten to take profit, and that would have been a really good trade. Now you see that it popped up again, it broke up above this area ever so slightly, and then rejected it one more time. Let's play it forward and see if it can break out finally, or if it's going to come down and keep retesting. It just keeps retesting. And so these would all be trade opportunities every time it comes up and it hits that area and then it rejects it. Now that we're getting closer and closer to this blue line and price action is squeezing in really tight, it's a little bit harder because you're losing, you're losing some of your profit to the downside because you're by the time you confirm that it's actually rejecting this, you only have 76 pips to the downside. And if you were to set your stop above this area because it hasn't been able to break it, then you would be at 180 pips roughly stop. And so you start to get, an imbalance. All right, so back to our indicator here. So it picks up along over here on this side. That one didn't work out for us. Short there. That one also stopped us out. Pick up along here. But that one, yeah, got us to take profit. That was short didn't. And this long didn't. There we go. We're almost to the end of the year now. Let's go ahead and play it out. See if this can break down below this blue line. If it breaks down significantly below this blue line, then this upward trend line here, it starts to become invalid at that point. It really needs to hold this line and continue to bounce off of it and come down, touch it, and bounce off of it within, a reasonable number of candles. And yeah, it still kind of did. I mean, it definitely broke down below it and then, needed some time to break back up. But now it's starting to invalidate this this ascending wedge pattern here. All right, so back over here, we pick up a short on this side. And that is the end of the year there. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and delete out that area and delete that out. So there we have it. That's what we have for the year. Let's count them out, see what we can get out of the Ehlers Instantaneous Trendline indicator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So 25 signals altogether. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 13 winning trades. So unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% criteria. I wish that this indicator didn't get, beat up in the choppiness, but it does. It's like when choppiness happens, it starts taking quite a few losses, and it's significantly laggy. And so that's another thing that you can see. By the time price action reverses itself, it moves, 2 or 3 bars like to the upside, and then it starts calling a short trade. And same in reverse. It'll come down and start going down, be going down 2 or 3 bars, and then it calls an uptrend. And so it's super laggy in that instance, causing it to really get whipsawed in and out pretty quick. So like I said, it's going on the no list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to Tradingview. If you like what you see, whenever I use Tradingview and you are interested in signing up for Tradingview, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.